Master Ken Blumreich here again. We are working on form Kachi, our 11th form. This is the form for promotion from red belt to black stripe. And this is the third video in a series of 3. The first video just covered basic footwork. The second video was broad movements. And this video is fine-tuning, troubleshooting. This is what's intended to really get your form up to, that level 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. Kachi is a particularly demanding form, so I'm probably going to be going into quite a bit of detail on some of the material here. I want to note that the AKF may not have a specified, the grip must be in this particular fashion for some of these throws. Frequently in the book it'll just say establish a lapel grip and sleeve grip and leave it up to the individual student. I'm going to talk about what I expect from my students and why. And some of that should help clarify what we're trying to accomplish with these throwing techniques. So for our very first move, in my ready position, I'm going to establish a left judo grip. So my left hand reaches to lapel, my right hand reaches to sleeve. And then I step slightly forward with my left foot. What that slight step forward is intended to imply is that I'm moving in as though I'm going to throw with osotogari, a left side major outer reap. And then when the person that I'm trying to off balance resists by leaning into me, I change my direction and pull them over my foot. Right? So this is really kind of a combination throw, but that first osotogari is not actually part of the form, it's just conceptually implied. So that's my first technique, number 1, Sasai Sotokomi Ashi. Sasai Sotokomi Ashi. Right? I land in a right front stance, and I'm facing to the right side of the room. Low section, rear leg, roundhouse kick. And as I land, I am already kind of winding my hip up for number 3, which is that inward ridge hand strike. I want to talk real quick about ridge hands. This is, again, something that's specific to my school, but I want to explain how I do them and why I do them. Technically, you can do a ridge hand with a very wide swing like this. They're very easy to see coming, however. So my recommendation for a ridge hand is a much smaller movement. When I do my ridge hands, I'm going to have my hand almost just vertical arm position. Then I'm going to flare my elbow slightly and allow that ridge hand to roll around my elbow. So I'm coming from here to here, as opposed to there. I'm losing some of the power that I would get from this huge windup, but it's a much faster, much more deceptive, and therefore more effective technique. So the way that looks from the side, here, aya, throw, low section round, and then I am winding up right there. All right, that's number 3, ridge hand strike. Number 4 is a rear leg hook kick, and this does not specify height. So whatever valid target you can reach. Land forward. Number 5, low section, rear leg side thrust kick. Make certain that when you do any rear leg side kicks, that you are being sure to get your chambered position all the way around in front. I don't want to go like that. That's a roundhouse kick. I want to bring that foot all the way up so that I can drive through so it actually is a side thrust kick. All right, so rear leg, side thrust kick, low section, pulling out the knee. I'm going to establish a left judo grip here. And in this case, this is because we're doing a standard throw, but we're just doing the left side. So I have left hand on lapel, right hand on sleeve. I'm going to knee strike, set that foot down, step around, throw them over my extended leg. This is Tayatoshi, body drop. I want to show what this looks like from a different angle so you can watch how my feet are during the application of the throw. All right, so I'm here, knee strike, set that foot down behind the other foot, and then I'm going to step my left foot out. My feet are on a straight line that is perpendicular to the line that I was traveling along previously. I'm throwing them down over that left leg. So that means in my final position, here's my line. My feet are on a line perpendicular to the starting line of the form. Right? One of the more common mistakes we see in this form is, knee strike, and then just set down and pivot. You can see how that moves me much further forward towards the front of the room. That's going to throw off my positioning quite a bit. And additionally, the person that I'm trying to throw isn't really there. They're a little bit further back. So, knee strike, set it down, step out, throw over the leg. You'll note my foot position. My back foot has toes pointed towards my lead foot. I don't want to try and do this throw like this. That's likely to blow up my knee. That was number 8. After I complete the throw, I'm attacking someone who is over on the other side now. They are moving in. I am going to use my right leg to sweep their leg out from underneath them. So I'm, boom, taking their legs out. They're falling down, here, like so, on their back. They go to sit up like this. And that's when I catch them with that roundhouse kick. So my roundhouse kick is at a 45-degree angle to the front right of the room. So I've knocked them down, kicked them as they go to get up. I'm going to show the hand passing sequence up close so that you can really see it. Kneeling, my right hand passes across. My left hand to the outside completes an open middle section block. From here, palm heel strike directly to the face with my right hand. Open middle section with my right hand. Palm heel directly to the face with my left hand. Unaugmented right elbow. All right. Now, those are done, the first 2 are done actually as I'm standing up. So 10 was my roundhouse kick. 11, I'm passing. 12, I'm completing that block, and I've stood up. 13, palm heel to the face. 14, make sure it's not just a little circle. Actually bring it back and across. 15, palm heel to the face. And again, make sure that our targeting is on. We're not going to go straight out. And 16, unaugmented elbow strike. Right? When we've got someone who I can work out with, I'll demonstrate exactly what that sequence is going to accomplish. But in the meantime, go to KikitoMartialArts.com, log in, look up Kachi, and look at the applications for Kachi, and you'll get to see what we're actually doing here. All right. 17. I finished my right unaugmented elbow strike. I'm going to establish a standard right judo grip. And now, as my opponent steps in with their right foot, I am sweeping their right foot towards the front of the room into their left foot, here, like this. I'm going to show that facing forward now. My unaugmented elbow strike, judo grip, standard, sweeping this way. Right, so there is a difference in the throws. That first one, Sasai Sora Komiyashi, is a lifting, propping, pulling ankle throw. This one, Okuriashi, is a sliding foot sweep. So it's coming this way. If I was doing Sasai with the same foot, instead of looking like this, it would look like this. It's very similar, it's just the direction of travel. 17, Aya. Set that foot down, low section roundhouse kick. 18, ridge hand. 19, and again, flare the elbow just a little bit on that ridge hand. 20, rear leg hook kick, land forward. That one doesn't specify height. 21, rear leg side thrust kick. Make sure you get a good chamber. Drive it through, low section. Land in my right front stance. Establish a right judo grip. Knee strike, and now same thing. I step my left foot behind my right foot, pivot my hips, and then make sure that my right foot steps out that way so that I am standing on a line that's perpendicular to my original line. Throw them over my right leg. Drop the knee down, hook kick to sweep the leg out from underneath them. They fall, they come to sit back up, roundhouse kick at a 45-degree angle to the face. Set that left leg down. I'm doing the blocking sequence as I stand up, so it's going to be left hand, right hand, left palm heel, left open middle section, right palm heel, left augmented elbow strike. The way that that looks, facing this way, I am here, 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 and now augmented elbow strike. The way to think about this, on the other side, you pass their techniques, you go to hit them, you block them, you go to hit them, they block your palm heel. So their arm is on the inside of this arm. I can't do an augmented elbow strike because this hand is on the outside of their arm. So instead, I just drop that and do an unaugmented elbow strike. Now on this side, as I stand, I've passed their strike, I complete that block, I palm heel, which they block, they come to palm heel, I block. Now here's the difference. On my next palm heel, whereas in the first sequence they blocked it, in this sequence, boom, I got it through, hit right to the face. So now it makes sense that I can hook behind the head and do an elbow strike. Right? So that's the difference in the two sides. As I step around, what I'm going to do to get my hands into that proper Xing position is this. I'm going to let my left hand just kind of drop slightly, my right hand come kind of to the inside. So the way that looks from right here, I just kind of do this. Just let my left come to the outside and my right come to the inside. Then, as I step around, I open them both up, pull them over to my left side. Now, the actual positioning here, let me make sure I'm kind of spot on, can be here and here, can be here and here. Technically in the form, this should be palm up. The actual application of the technique, it'll work whether you're on top, palm down, underneath, palm up. It'll work the same way. And again, I very strongly urge you to check out the available videos on KikitoMartialArts.com to see what we're doing with this technique. It'll really clarify things. The roll that I do from here, I'm off on the side. I'm going to drop my left hand. I'm going to bring my left hand to the inside. Okay? So, starting with my left hand on the outside, I drop it, bring it to the inside. Now, I pull my right hand into a reaction hand by my right hip. My left hand follows along. What we're doing here is we're actually, after blocking and grabbing, we are rolling them over either into an arm wrench or kokinage. There's a few different Hapkido style techniques that are being demonstrated here. It kind of depends on whether they're punching right hand or left hand. So one more time. I've got them. My left hand drops down and comes to the inside. My right hand pulls back to the hip. My left hand follows. All right. 35, simultaneous, high section open hand rising block with an uppercut. Remember, just like always with this, get it out there. Don't have it tucked in tight here, have it out. 35, then I'm gonna draw my hands back and drive my thumbs forward toward the eyes. Make sure that you're thinking about a thumb strike and not a double arc hand. They kind of look the same, but if you think about application, double arc hand isn't really accomplishing anything unless I've got, two people standing real close, exposing their necks. That double thumb strike where I drive my thumbs a little bit more forward rather than having my hands like this, goes right to the eyes. 36. And then left foot returns. Kunye, it's kachi, red belt going black stripe.